Hi, this is Berger with Quad Monsters, and today we're going to talk about Harpie 180 and just general assembly. How does the frame come together? First of all, let's talk about tools. For general frame assembly, we're going to need a hex driver. That's a 1.5 millimeter, a 2 millimeter hex driver. We're going to need a nut driver for the standoffs, and this is a 5.5 millimeter nut driver. And we're going to need a standard Phillips head screwdriver. The sequence isn't that critical, but the general assembly is as follows. This is a pretty straightforward frame to assemble, right? We're going to go ahead and start by attaching the power distribution board to the main plate. And in order to do that, we'll look in the little bag of nylon components, and we're going to be looking for the little screws, right? These little screws, they'll go in through the underside in the 4 center holes, the ones that go around the second big square hole right here. And we're going to hold them together with one of the short standoffs. So just drive this in here. And if you find that anything is slipping and you need to tighten them stronger than you can by hand, that's what your screwdriver and your nut driver are for. Okay? For this video, I'm just going to go ahead and hand tighten them. Okay, the 4 standoffs are done. Next, we're just going to slip the power distribution board on there. And as you see, the power distribution board has a side that is labeled as battery, right? Now, the front of the frame is the one that's solid, and the back of the frame is the one that's got a hole in it. The battery component, if we look at the top side of the frame, is going to go towards towards the bottom or the back of the frame. Okay, so all we need to do here is just slide that onto here. Fits just like that, perfectly. And then we're going to come back in with the standoffs and tighten down the power distribution board. Board is tightened. We have 4 little nuts left. We'll slide on our flight controller after we're done soldering and tighten it down with the nuts. And these will just go right on top of here and hold our flight controller in place. And that's all you need for the center stack. Now the rest of the assembly is pretty straightforward, right? There's 6 holes remaining in the frame, back, in front of the power distribution board, and in front of the frame. In each one of those, we will slide a screw right through there like this, and spin the standoff, tighten that screw with our nut driver. And we'll go ahead and do that 6 times. Okay, standoffs are in position. All that's left now is to attach the top plate and the camera plate. So we're going to use whichever camera plate we ended up using with our camera. We'll take the camera plate, slide it in the slots in the bottom plate, you're going to take the stack of 3D printed parts. First, we have the video transmitter mount. Next, we got the other 2 components, and you want to assemble these off the quad, specifically the video camera antenna. It's got to go through the hole, and the XT60 needs to be slotted together because it's a little bit of a pressure fit in here, and these 2 need to slide onto the frame at the same time to keep the XT60 in position. Okay, once that is there, we can then come in with our top plate, make sure that the camera plate slot matches, and go ahead and drive the remaining screws. One final thing, once you're done, your antenna straws are going to slip into the hole there, and they're going to hold your antennas. And that completes the assembly of the Harpie 180. Thank you.